Welcome to the SP Roundup, my daily fantasy baseball article reviewing every starting pitcher's performance from every Wednesday game. I apologize for the jokes written in my delirium in advance. Have questions? Ask me during my office hours on twitch.tv, https://twitch.tv/pitcherlist. Weekday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Kyle Harrison. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Kyle-Harrison. MIL versus Pitt. W. 5.0 IP. 0 ER. 1 hits. 1 BBs. 10 Burmese shots. 12 whiffs. 45% CSW. 69 pitches. We've waited patiently for the return of Kyle Harrison. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Kyle-Harrison. And his return to the bump against the Pirates was everything we could hope for. 5.0 IP. 0 ER. 1 hits. 1 BBs. 10 Burmese shots. 12 whiffs. 45% CSW. 69 pitches. W. Yes, that's a King Cole. Yes, that's absurdity under 70 pitches. Yes, you can be confident in Harrison again. That's all you truly need to know. His four-seamer and breaker combo was legit, and I even believe there's a proper split between sweepers and curveballs which I can get behind to provide a different look. The changeup was barely used and was effective but a bit wild, and I'm not really sure what else you want to know. You're starting him indefinitely. Go have fun. Then why is he the focus today? Because this was a question mark that has been answered in full. It's fun. Leave me alone. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed. fullsize/plain/did-plcvxhfhqpqsd-medzbpxd/bafkrikgfzgj-tov-kph-pvv-pgwa-5krgj woo-wpc-mq-jack-sem-3i. Let's see how every other SP did Wednesday. Bryan Woo. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Bryan-Woo. SEA versus DET. W. 7.0 IP. 0 ER. 3 hits. 1 BBs. 5 Burmese shots. 10 whiffs. 27% CSW. 91 pitches. Phew. It's good to know we're safe at home with Woo. And I also encourage you to take the shot at NYY and at HOU for his two-step next week. But the splits. He shifted his approach to go back to the old 70% plus fastball lean, and that's how it should be. 17% SWSTR with 74% four-seamer strikes is exactly what we're used to. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed. fullsize/plain/did-plcvxhfhqpqsd-medzbpxd/bafkra5zxssxugwmfznes/mhmbtfna600ovxghcb. Mitch Bratt. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Mitch-Bratt. ARI versus SDP and D. 7.0 IP. 0 ER. 1 hits. 3 BBs. 9 Burmese shots. 8 whiffs. 29% CSW. 92 pitches. Hot dang. Look at you. That's a gold star for Bratt as he struck out more batters than recorded whiffs. That doesn't seem sustainable. No, it doesn't. It's a cutter called a slider at 87 plus a decent curveball trying to go back foot to RHB, while separating it with his four-seamer upstairs at 90 to 91 miles per hour, with the latter acting as the only pitch above a 60% strike rate at an extreme 74% clip. This isn't going to last. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed. fullsize/plain/did-plcvxhfhqpqsd-medzbpxd/bafkra4hqjjxltlumylfsdw New York qjawizai high tbgqfvzei. Sonny Gray. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Sonny-Gray. BOS versus CHW. W. 6.0 IP. 0 ER. 3 hits. 2 BBs. 8 Burmese shots. 17 whiffs. 35% CSW. 83 pitches. I was hoping his sweeper feel of late was going to continue creating sunny skies, and not only was it phenomenal at a 48% CSW, but the curveball came along for the ride with a 37% CSW and combined with the sweeper for 53% usage. It propelled his highest whiff total of the season, and all we can hope for is more of the same. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed fullsize/plain/didplcvxhfhqpqsdmedzbpxd/bafkribeo hut do null ptwguk megahertz cztrl-cdvgcwq dixsbxcd. Nick Martinez. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Nick-Martinez. TBR, @COL.W. 5.2 IP, 0 ER, 6 hits, 0 BBs, 4 Burmese shots, 5 whiffs, 16% CSW, 75 pitches. After a horrific outing that may have signified to many the end of his Vargas rule, it's pretty dope to see Nick Mart return to his breakout season ways in Coors. It's still a 14% strikeout rate, sure, but the 2.78 ERA is glistening. I sure hope it's not a Dennis with @TOR @Pitt, SFG ahead. And I'm holding on. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed fullsize/plain/didplcvxhfhqpqsdmedzbpxd/bafkrgmgq/gtp-otspxgycrscbnfjnkAmusna. Cody Bradford. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Cody-Bradford, TEX, versus SFG and D. 4.1 IP, 0 ER, 5 hits, 2 BBs, 5 Burmese shots, 9 whiffs, 40% CSW, 70 pitches. We haven't seen Bradford since 2024, and I'm happy to report his return from TJS gave us more of the same 89 to 90 miles per hour four-seamers with 7.1 feet extension and 17 vert sitting upstairs and changeups underneath. You may scoff at the velo, but it returned a 21% SWSTR rate, and with a date against the Angels next and likely 75-80 plus pitches on the leash, I think you're okay giving it a shot. The changeup could be located better, too. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed fullsize/plain/didplcvxhfhqpqsdmedzbpxd/bafkrayborbvxgkvrigwmjzrybvnuvqjo Drew Anderson. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Drew-Anderson. DET, @SEA&D. 3.2 IP, 0 ER, 3 hits, 1 BBs, 0 Burmese shots, 4 whiffs, 26% CSW, 42 pitches. This is the longest we've seen Anderson go for a while after the Tigers announced they were going to give him a shot in the rotation. We've got a little ways to go until we can actually consider him, and if I ever did, it would be due to the split change returning a massive CSW. I sure hope we get there. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed fullsize/plain/didplcvxhfhqpqsdmedzbpxd/bafkricicusdue4jyjsf-ygzk-yjsf-pbznmjqk-yijgz. Noah Cameron. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Noah-Cameron. KCR versus MIN, W. 8.0 IP, 1 ER, 2 hits, 1 BBs, 9 Burmese shots, 17 whiffs, 30% CSW, 106 pitches. Dude. Cameron has returned 23 IP in just 3 games. He's throwing 93 to 94 miles per hour with more whiffs than before, and he's going 80% breakers with fastballs acting as surprise pitches out of the zone, just like his premier moments last year. He also recently began calling his own pitches, too, and it's a package I'd want to go for in my leagues. But he gets the Dodgers next. I'm doing it. It may not go well, but if the skills are still there, you'll want him afterward on your roster and not your opponents. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed Fullseye slash plane slash did PLCVXHFHQPQSDMEDZBPXD slash BAFK Ray DQMVVJGDQDOQDCDCGFSMLSFYSBFCBVQQUCIUIA. Bryce Elder. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Bryce-Elder. ATL versus MIA. W. 7.0 IP. 1 ER. 1 hits. 2 BBs. 3 Burmese shots. 4 whiffs. 18% CSW. 84 pitches. Is this really happening again? His 5 ER total with 3 wings in his last 4 games. And I don't blame you for giving it a try against the Mets, Snecks, and Brewers. But hot dang, I can't endorse this. For whiffs, y'all. Koufax is cackling. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed. Fullseye/plane/did PLCVXHFHQPQSDMEDZBPXD/BAFK read WXVFRFQZXGGSGL high GLM3GKXUFGWDZXMUBSSA. Andre Pallant. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Andre-Pallant. STL. At NYYW. 5.1 IP. 1 ER. 3 hits. 3 BBs. 4 Burmese shots, 13 whiffs. 28% CSW. 103 pitches. I'm glad he survived. But I'm not so sure I'm confident he will again. We also had a bit of a careful Icarus with his sole run coming in the 6th, though that's not the point. It's that he earned 8 outs on 9 balls in playoff the four-seamer that routinely does worse. Maybe that's fine hosting the Phillies next time. Up to you. I prefer not to go for low strikeout arms like this. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed. Fullseye/plane/did PLCVXHFHQPQSDMEDZBPXD/BAFK Ray 6 of LFLEPBJWFOXCZWLZPSCSSCXJK MKKFAJ Shota Imanaga. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Shota-Imanaga. CHC versus LADW. 5.0 IP. 1 ER. 8 hits. 0 BBs. 6 Burmese shots. 10 whiffs. 24% CSW. 89 pitches. Even against the Dodgers. That's a 2.06 ERA. 1.11 whip. 23% strikeout rate, and 5% BB rate with a 1.2 HR/9 across his last 56.2 IP in 10 starts. He even sat 91 to 92 miles per hour in this one. Not the precarious 90-plus mph velocity we feared. Don't let yourself underrate him. Was that to me or to you? Yes. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed. Fullseye/plane/did PLCVXHFHQPQSDMEDZBPXD/BAF-CRAY-IEEFD-TZDC GO WPKTSSBAVNNHF PSIMRR-BBNG-FAGX. Dean Kramer. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Dean-Kramer. MIN. At KCR&D. 5.0 IP. 1 ER. 3 hits. 2 BBs. 2 Burmese shots. 5 whiffs. 17% CSW. 88 pitches. Kramer gave his new squad a productive 5 frames, though I was far from impressed by it. When he's cooking, it's 15-plus whiffs with cutters, four-seamers, and splitters. When he's not, Koufax generally brings the hammer. It's a revenge game against the Orioles next time out, and do whatever you feel in those outings. For me, I'm treating him like the butter and passing. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed. Fullseye/plane/did PLCVXHFHQPQSDMEDZBPXD/BAFKRIYPGFBIJVHVM law chi CJENCQHFOZ VXCAZMT on QRVQEOP. Andrew Painter. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Andrew-Painter. PHI versus WSN, ND. 4.0 IP. 1 ER. 3 hits. 1 BBs. 4 Burmese shots. 10 whiffs. 24% CSW, 63 pitches. I was excited about Painter's last outing after leaning on his breakers 70% of the time, and using them in the zone while surprising with his four-seamer along the edges and off the plate. So what's do he do in his follow-up? Why, have a strained hamstring that he says won't prevent him from starting again. Wait, yes, but not my point. What healed was go roughly 40% four-seamers and poorly feature the secondaries. I don't get it. He'll face the Cardinals in Busch Stadium next time out, and that could go well if I trusted he'd have the right approach. Do you? No, Rando. I do not. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed. fullsize/plain/did plcvxhfhqpqsdmedbpxd/bafkrezogpapsgldwxfesgzwellbq. Rhett Loader. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Rhett-Loader. CIN versus ADH. W. 6.0 IP. 2 ER. 4 hits. 2 BBs. 3 Burmese shots. 8 whiffs. 20% CSW. 95 pitches. He's not that bad. Sliders didn't return as many strikes as usual, but still got the job done, while the changeup and fastballs helped. Is the slider going to continue to get success to LHB like this? Probably not, but he's giving you a shot at 6-inning volume in deeper formats for the price of free. View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed. fullsize/plain/did-plcvxhfhqpqsdmedbpxd/bafkreyibluRktqjekWzv fi now zzlwrj guklai wudbcln. Trevor Rogers. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Trevor-Rogers. BAL versus LAA. W. 6.0 IP. 2 ER. 3 hits. 0 BBs. 9 Burmese shots, 11 whiffs. 32% CSW. 93 pitches. Yes, he's back to 94 to 95 miles per hour and executing the BSB. Did you realize that even including last week's blow-up, Rogers' last 11 starts have been studly? It's a 2.28 ERA, 1.00 WHIP, 23% strikeout rate in that time while averaging 6 frames per start. That's what's... View game card. https://cdnbskyapp/img/feed_fullsize/plain/did-plcvxhfhqpqsdmedbpxd/bafkrey Hill Hertzbcizquzjnctbux Jake Irvin. https://pitcherlist.com/player/Jake-Irvin. WSN @PHIND. 5.1 IP. 2 ER. 3 hits. 2 BBs. 3 Burmese shots. 7 whiffs. 25% CSW. 83 pitches. He's throwing a harder,